Hey, what up, Facebook fam? Oh, it says you locked the room, so maybe they're not gonna be able to join after that.
Let's see.
Hey, what up, Facebook fam? It's what we're looking at, December 10th. I don't know, January 10th, 2021. It's about
Okay,
7:15. Episode 2 of Maintain Your Gains
Gang.
Trade Group.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, it's just gonna be chopping it up. I know we missed last week, but we're just gonna try to jump in, kind of pick back up where we left off last week. You know, we were talking about the TTS. What you call it, Mike? The trade.
Yeah, Trader Jack status.
Yeah, so getting back into that, I did do a little bit of research on it, and from what I'm seeing, I don't see why we wouldn't qualify.
Yes.
Of course, like you were talking about, the expense situation, like maybe you don't
Yes.
have enough expenses, but there's no reason why we wouldn't qualify if you can come up with expenses, like I told you over the phone this week, like maybe cell phone or whatever, you know what I mean? And from what I read, you know how we play the Robinhood, the old $5 a month, that would qualify. It would qualify as something that you could take off.
Makes sense. No, that makes sense.
And I have I looked up the stuff that we were talking about with the commissions. Give me just a second. I'll read it one more time here just so I can tell you. So basically, the reason why I was just trying to get a reminder. So the reason why that commissions, because you know I was kind of upset about that, but the reason why that commissions doesn't, it's like it's already rolled in. That's why they don't allow you to take out, because it's kind of already rolled in. Because when you go to calculate what your profit is off the trade, the commission is already subtracted out.
I mean,
so they're saying it's kind of already calculated in to your profitability. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why you can't deduct it.
Hello. Let me see if I can get Ugo in here. I don't know if I can unlock the room.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I read on that topic is it's kind of already calculated in because your commissions get subtracted out of your profits in the beginning.
Oh, hold up. I can't. Okay, there we go.
Oh, it's unlocked. It's unlocked.
Yeah, tell him try again.
All right. Hold on.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but they don't let you take off the bid ask spread. So I think that's BS to a certain extent. Like in my opinion, you know, you lose money on the commissions all the time, but you also lose money through the bid ask spread. You know, if in an inefficient market, right, where the bid ask spread is wide, you're losing money off that. Hey, if I can buy my stock at the bid price or as opposed to the ask price, right, or the ask price as opposed to the bid price, wouldn't that save me money? Isn't that conventional losses towards your gains? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know, so I mean, with a wide bid ask spread, hey, can that say I'm still losing money in that respect as well? So I don't know. It seems like
I get you.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like an inefficient market creates a situation where you're losing money either way through commissions, through inefficiencies, things of that nature. But yeah, man, I think that since we live in that marketplace, we just have to deal with that marketplace. You know, going into the TTS, as we spoke about last week or 2 weeks ago, excuse me. I haven't done a whole lot more research from that point in time. Just a little busy this last week. But like you said, I think it's
because you was out partying.
Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Keep it funky, man. But like going back into it though, like we talked about, like just the idea of the expenses is the reason why I think the TTS might be that's the only thing against it. Like we don't have the amount of expenses necessary to potentially, say justify going and change. It seems like a major change to our tax status, especially how we're involved in trading. And I think without having a large expense to kind of cover those costs, it kind of seems that's the only reason I would not get into the TTS. I guess other than that, I think we would definitely qualify by the amount of trading that we do. I think just under as of right now, but if we increase more trading, do more deals per day, doing smaller, going smaller each position sizing, it seems like that would be really helpful.
Right. Yeah, I can kind of get behind that.
I think people trying to get in. Hold on, I don't know why I won't let nobody else in. The room is unlocked. I'll share it to face and then Ian. So what kind of positions are you going to put on this week?
Well, I mean, I don't know the typical stuff. You know what I mean? Probably looking at the triple leverage. Before we talked about the position, I was gonna tell you that I saw that net capital loss. You know, the one you could carry over, the 3,000 you could carry. So I looked that up, and I thought it was like a timeline to that. But it appears that you can carry it over like unlimited from what I read. Like yeah, I mean from what it said. I don't, I mean I might be wrong about it, but it seems like that's what it's saying, that you can do it kind of unlimited. And then that's just another note. And then other than that, those are the only notes I had. I mean, you notice how we started the first week of the year all kind of bad.
Yeah, it was.
But definitely recovered.
Man,
so that was good to see.
Man, I think at the worst part, I think it was on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, when the market was down significantly. I think my portfolio at that point in time hit like a 2.5% hit in one day. It was like, oh, you know, it's one of those days you wake up and like, oh yeah, today I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had one of those days. Especially starting the year off, man. You know, we had a really good start to the year, and then just boom. But the turnaround was really swift. Going Thursday and Friday. Thursday specifically was a fantastic day. I think the Nasdaq was up 2.2%.
That was fantastic.
I was lit on that. I seen the dollars roll in. I was like, yes, sir. But
right,
yeah,
bro. But when it came, no. What the most exciting part for me was, though, we was all down on Monday. It was all down.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, I don't know about y'all, but for me on Friday, bro, when everything had closed and all my options, because you know we do the weekly. I know how you
yeah.
But we do the weekly. Everything had closed out. Robinhood calculated all my junk. You know what I'm saying? And not only was I up off my sold options, but all the stuff I got assigned on the week before, I got assigned like maybe 600, 700, 800 shares. And everything I got assigned all had sold. Got assigned back to the put side. So that's why I was texting you like, hey, I'm back. I'm coming home.
I'm coming back, son.
Because, bro, I got assigned on everything, and I was blessed.
Oh,
my God. I was so happy I could get assigned, bro.
Yeah, I know them days. When them days start rolling in, when you have a shitty, we started off the year kind of terrible, like you said. And I was like, okay, I hope this doesn't like say this is what the rest of the year is gonna be like. But damn, the turnaround season, man. You feel like a king coming into that next day when it's turnaround season, man. So most definitely, man. Oh, it was a good week. When it ended up, I think this week, I did I want to say around 2.5, maybe 3% or so this week in gains, which is really, really good for me. I'm not sure how well y'all did this week, but I mean, I've seen somewhere around that same number, maybe a little higher for y'all.
Right. It was I don't know. You know, I don't know. I have to go look at it actually.
Yeah.
But it was a satisfying week. I'll say that. So to start the year. Let me make sure. Hold on one second. Let me make sure my mic is coming through on the live.
That's the best. Well, just while he's doing that, I'll just go ahead and do a little bit of talking about myself.
No, I'm in.
Oh, okay.
The other thing, Mike, so the other thing, Rose, as far as that tax bracket, you know how you get taxed on the 35% if it's short term, 25% if it's long term, blah blah blah. Do they separate that out? Like, so with your basic job income, you get taxed at say 10%, and then the trades are taxed at a different thing. Does H&R Block and TurboTax calculate that separate for you, or what?
And it's all the same. Well, it's, in general, it's the same, right? So this is all unearned income. This is all short-term gains. So the dollars that you get taxed on all the stock that we have right now is at your current tax bracket, right? You're not getting that 15. I think it's 20% now. 20% long-term gains discount. Just due to the fact that these are all short-term.
Right, for our trades. For our trades.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, how do they separate it out for your income? Because your income should be on a different rate.
Well, right? No, I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? Because
when I say income, I'm talking about your job.
Job income. Yes, I understand what you mean. So this comes in. It's not ordinary income, but it comes in as unearned income, but it's short-term rate, and the short-term rate is your nominal rate that you have, whatever the current tax bracket that you're currently in, right? So if you're at 86,000 to 165 or whatever, and if you're in that tax bracket at 22 or 24%, whatever that number is, you're paying 24% for every dollar past that $86,000 or whatever that number might be to start off the tax bracket. Yeah.
So there's no separation between my income and then the tax.
Yeah, there's not.
The taxes on the trades. The taxes on the trade.
For income tax only, right? But you're not paying. I don't think you're paying Social Security or Medicare on your stock gains. You're just paying federal income tax as opposed to Social Security and Medicare.
I'm gonna probably talk to you more about that one offline.
You take a look into it. Yeah, take a look into it. I mean, I have been wrong before, but I think I think that's stop that risky. I think I'm right on that moment.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you. So getting into what you asked me about the position, I'm thinking I'll go, like I said, triple leverage like normal, you know, the typical stuff, TNA, maybe triple Qs, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, bro, since September, we're about 10 minutes in now. So for the most part, though, since September when they did the split, I haven't fooled with, like, I know how you guys, like, of course, Ghost, that dude is all over the place.
I know.
1,000 different tickers, bro.
We know.
But as far as like how y'all do multiple tickers, I kind of since that split, I kind of stick to like maybe 2, maybe 3 at the most. I hadn't really been doing more than that, and it's my same name, Tesla, for a few months since September. Moved on from that because it got too high. And, you know, been looking at TNA, like, you know, I always tell y'all about it. And then the triple Qs, and, you know, pretty much just sticking with those at the moment, and gonna see kind of what other opportunities present themselves, and see how TNA and triple Qs go. Because right now I'm just sticking with those right now. So that's what I'm looking at.
That makes sense. I think
and you know how we start the year off really bad, then we had that bounce back. And me trying to use the TNA, the technical analysis, I'm really confused. So I don't know what it's going to do next week. I will wait for Monday and I'll see what's going to happen.
You know, me and technical analysis ain't the best of friends, but I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you. You know, I'm going to stick to the T's and the triple leverage options, specifically for the options volatility, right? Like, you know, getting these single leverage, market following index funds, you just don't get enough volatility in those. So, you know, going to the triple Qs, the TNA, the lab Us, potentially. I'm definitely going to stay in the SOXL for sure. I'm going to continue to stay in that. I most likely will open a position in SOXL coming up on Monday, maybe Tuesday. I think just looking at the futures market starting off, you know, I think we were down 2.5%. Excuse me,
today,
0.25. Tonight, 0.25, not 2.5, 0.25%. Which if that portends to a down day tomorrow, then I think it'll be a good day to open up a couple of positions. After Thursday's really great day and able to close out, I think 2 or 3 positions on Thursday. I got a little bit greedy on Friday. I didn't take profits early enough, and I got dipped by the market. But you know, going into this week, you know, I think I want to really up my portfolio and really try to open up a lot of different new things, and maybe do a LabU, TNA, Teachable Q, and where the money at. That's what I'm trying to be. You know,
what was that last one you said?
I mean, Teachable Q, TNA, SOXL. I mean, this is what we've always been doing. Yeah,
okay.
That's typical stuff. I mean, I'm always looking for a new opportunity. That's the hard part, right? Like I'm doing research on like Thinkorswim or whatever, and I just can't find a really great opportunity with enough volatility and enough the IV rank being high enough. So, you know, it's you're always looking for an opportunity, and my ears are always open to find that correct stock where I can find enough volatility to really say, hey, this is going to be a great trade.
Right. Yeah. So I'm looking, you know, of course I'm looking for that next opportunity, like you said, but the thing that's really, I guess, got my attention right now is like how, you know, I told you I'm just kind of TNA.
Yeah.
How much is it gonna decide to
keep going up,
run off without me?
It's going off the plug twice, man. What's that? Is that 65 now? 64, 65 now?
Yeah, actually, no.
You're doing wrong.
This past week, they decided they wanted to go to 80.
Oh, it's at 80 now.
It's at 78 right now, bro.
Jeez.
78 and a half.
I'm lagging.
And I'm loving it, right? Because to a degree, because like I told you last week, I got to sign three out of that one. I got 300, right?
Yeah.
They hit me at 66, and 69, I think.
Yeah.
So, or maybe it was 68. Something that it was 266, and then a 69, right?
Yeah.
So this week, this past week, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling myself, right? So I say, let me go on and give me. I talk to the market, right? I say, give me two of those. Give me two of those 67s, and give me one 69 and a half.
I'm gonna give you that one right there. Give that one. That one looking real good right there.
So I get the 3 calls, right? I get the 3 calls of 69 and a half after being assigned at 69, and then a 67 and a half, and a 67 and a half after being assigned at 66 and a half and 66 and a half. And all 3 of them get assigned, bro. So I get the premium plus the gain on the shares of each, all 3. So I'm like, yes, I'll take it. Thank you.
That's an easy 100. That's an easy 100. At least easy 100 on those 60.
Well, 300 because each one, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, right. But exactly, right. So I mean, that's just easy money. I think that's the power. I mean, whoever wants to watch this, and we're talking about these numbers, and that's the power of options. You know, selling when you start selling options, you know, the power is just right there in your hands. You're able to leverage the options trade that you have to really start saying and really to start collecting a whole lot of premium into your account, man. And it becomes so powerful, man.
Very much so.
Yeah,
because and like I said, I mean, I'm loving it to that degree that I was able to make money on that share side, that premium side. But at the same time, now it's at 80. So when I go to make my next move for next week,
it's gonna be high. I know.
So I need that. I'm looking for that pullback.
I need that, man. I want the pullback, and I don't want the pullback at the same time. Like I need to enter my positions with the pullback, but my current existing positions, man, I'm trying to get rid of those positions as soon as possible, so I can have a clean slate of of empty, just no positions in my account coming into next week. That's why I think I'm kind of happy that we have a little bit of a pullback coming into tomorrow on the futures market. And I didn't open anything yesterday on Friday, So hopefully we can keep that going and have it just, if we can get down to 0.75%, be lovely.
Well, shoot. I mean, we are 15 minutes in. I know you want to keep somewhere between 15 and 20. So only other thing I was going to add is like, coming from that perspective of the wheel, I know you like that put side, but going back to Ghost, going back to his original sentiments when we first kind of introduced him. I did see a guy on YouTube. He was kind of stressing that, he wasn't so convinced about the both sides as well. So he's doing the opposite of you. So he's like just strictly, I want to be on the cover call side. I want to be on the cover call side. So that's, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily that I'll look into, but I mean, that's another perspective of it that he was saying he strictly wants to be on that cover call side versus the put side. Because when you kind of like what I'm doing with TNA right now, when you get to looking at something, that's just constantly in that uptrend, you know how we say, the only way you lose money is by not making the money you could have. You're constantly losing money on that share side, and then you have to get back in at a higher price. So, I mean, he did mention it. It's something to consider and think about.
I think
especially with the market running right now, it is something to consider. So,
and I've been thinking about shares a lot now lately, and what shares I want to get into. But I agree. I'm losing a lot of value on capital appreciation with just share price going up, right? Like, so that's where I'm losing on selling puts. What I do get more value on is there's more volatility on the put side. I'm making more on 100. It's on the equivalent size of risk. I'm making more money in comparison, right? If I'm taking 1,000, if I'm taking 5,000 worth of risk on either the call side or the put side, well, people are scared of downward movements much more than they're scared of upward movements. You know what I'm saying? People head to the down, not to the up a lot of times. So there's more money on the put side than there is call side. But I think that in the long term, if you're right about the shares and you're right about the option, of course, the delta is 1. You're going to make a lot of money when you have the covered call if you're in an upward market, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, that's all I got, man. That's all the notes I had. Just going to kind of highlight the Facebook fam for a quick minute. Didn't have really too much to talk about. Just kind of, right now, just going to see how we're looking with those taxes. Still doing a little research on that. And then, going to see how this year is going to go as far as, not having, I guess, COVID being introduced. So now that COVID is well intertwined into the society, see how this is going to impact the market and what other things might pop up along the way, and see how we do in year 2.
I agree. Yeah, for me, like I said, this is we're calling it a day. Hopefully this year kind of progresses. We can continue the same. Hopefully tech continues to rally, and we go into Q2 the same, and we go into earnings season with the tech sector coming through really strong. So Look out for that. Look out for taxes, and we'll have another conversation next week about the positions that we have currently, what we plan to do for the next week, and just our overall market outlook. Marcus, get any questions or anything like that before we go? Nope. Cool. I'm good then.
All right. Hey, you mentioned tech continuing to rally, bro. I'm just want to remind you. I guess now that we're on the live, we got receipts. I want to remind you, bro, to look out for that tech, bro, because if COVID decides to go away,
I know.
I can see Square specifically Square, bro. I can see Square
taking
coming
that
back under 100, bro.
Like, this is why I said I wanted to continue the rally, because I'm scared. Like, we can go into that next week more, because it's already been.
That's why I ain't fooling with them. That's why I ain't fooling with them. I'm in the.
Well, it's the same thing with Roku. It's the same thing with all these techs. The COVID.
Right, and that's why I'm like that's why I said I'm kind of leaning into just sticking to the index at the moment, or the ETFs, whatever they're called, index ETF.
Well,
so I'm kind of just stuck on that
social. Right now. I mean, we got to go, but social. That's semiconductors right there. You know, that's a semiconductor.
Right,
ETF.
but when you look at that, did it run up because of COVID?
I mean, there was a dip,
but because it was already high. It was already high.
We're talking about all-time highs right now on social, and we're talking about all-time highs, and having the COVID dip heavily had the COVID dip. So I'm not saying it's up just because of COVID, but clearly it's at all-time highs right now. That means something if it's coming after COVID. And the semiconductor.
I have to look at those numbers to see kind of pre-COVID.
Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
All right, then, man.
No problem, guys.
All right, catch you. We're on next Sunday. Next Sunday, 7.
Next Sunday, 7 o'clock, guys. We'll make sure that we start on time. Have a conversation. If you have any questions or comments for us, just let us know. We'll give you a holler back. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.